In times such as these, companies need to make the most of what they've got. DNA can help companies do this more effectively than any tool I know of. It can do this through limitless applications, but let's start with engagement. The Gallup poll of 2008, looking into the engagement of the UK's working population, found that only 20% of workers were engaged, 59% were not engaged, and 21% were classified as actively disengaged. If the engine of any business is its people, this must make the average workforce the least efficient engine in the world. It would have the fuel consumption of a Formula One racer and the performance of a kiddie's pedal car. Disengaged people don't work as hard. They take more time off. They need replacing more frequently. They disappoint clients and customers, etc., etc. All of which adds up to increased costs and lower revenue. How do we improve engagement? Well, there are no shortage of answers. Start by recruiting the right people in the first place. Manage them properly. Discover and develop their personal strengths. Provide an enjoyable and supportive working environment. Reward them properly. This isn't brain surgery. This is what employers have been trying to do for decades. And the result of all this endeavour? Only 1 in 5 workers are fully engaged in their work. The problem isn't that we aren't trying the right kind of things. Maybe it's just that we don't really understand how to do these things effectively. We don't really understand what makes people tick, what really motivates them. We try one-size-fits-all interventions that leave most people cold. The key to doing better is to understand need. Need is the primary motivator for every individual and every business. We are compelled to try to satisfy our needs. Food is a need. If we were ever to find ourselves desperately hungry, you can bet we would be 100% engaged in the job of finding and eating food. Food is a basic physiological need, but we have other needs. They may not kill us if we don't satisfy them, but the consequences can still be pretty dire. Ill health, stress, unhappiness, depression, loss of direction, etc. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, our needs can be looked at as follows: as a pyramidal structure, with our most basic physiological needs at the bottom, our social and security-related needs above these, our personal esteem-related needs on the next tier, and our intellectual and spiritual needs above these. We have all sorts of needs, and most of us share all of them. What is of greatest significance in defining what motivates us as individuals is which of these needs are the least satisfied. Once we satisfy a need situated toward the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy, it ceases to be the focus of our motivational system, and we look to the next level. For those of us with unsatisfied lower needs, we may have difficulty in recognizing higher needs as needs at all. They are simply off our radar. Our motivational system tends to focus almost exclusively on the lowest unsatisfied need. We are so influenced by our needs that even the things we think and say, and what we make of others and the events going on around us, are influenced by them. Our physiological needs express themselves via hunger, thirst, and sexual desire. Our other needs, the ones that are perhaps less easy to recognize, find expression in our values. DNA examines our personal values and provides a clear understanding of our individual needs and motivations. And because all businesses and every organization and every role within them only exist to satisfy human need, we are also able to understand these in DNA terms, making it possible for us to align personal and organizational interests. And this must be our objective if we are to achieve higher levels of engagement. DNA can be used to improve every aspect of a business that relates to people management. In recruitment, to ensure personal needs match those of the role. In teams, to ensure personal needs find expression in complementary team roles. In communication, to ensure the things we say are coded and decoded appropriately to ensure they are interpreted and understood properly. In leadership, to ensure leaders' needs are such that they are directly aligned with the key objectives of the organization and they are sympathetic to the needs of those under their direction. In organizational development, career development, personal development, training, talent management, and of course engagement, DNA is able to add value. So how does it work? DNA links Schwartz's system of personal values with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Schwartz's system of personal values is well established, scientifically proven, and globally relevant. And Maslow's hierarchy of needs is the keystone of one of the most influential motivational theories of all time. Using the proven capabilities of Schwartz's system of personal values to bring Maslow's arresting theories to life, DNA builds upon this powerful foundation with the fruits of the decades' worth of practical commercial experience gathered by its founders and the consultants who bring it to life. From the data we collect, we are able to build a virtual model of a person's motivational system. Firstly, this identifies the nature of their primary motivational drive in Maslowian terms. Whether they are inner-directed, these people tend to be creative, independent, rational, inclusive, open, honest, cooperative, and at ease with themselves. Or outer-directed, these people tend to be ambitious, competitive, status-orientated, target-driven, social, opportunistic, and while they may take pains to disguise it, uncertain of themselves. Or sustenance-driven, these people tend to be community-orientated, conformist, traditional, change-resistant, loyal, attached to authority, and are inclined to allow belief to preside over reason in their decision-making. Secondly, it provides a detailed model of their underlying values. From this we can extract limitless information concerning the conflicts and harmonies that exist in their motivational system, build a more complete picture of how their primary motivational drive will find expression, and provide development guidance to help them achieve their goals. On a practical level, there are three potential components to DNA. Firstly, there is the personal report. Secondly, there is the delivery of DNA-related programs in all the aforesaid HR functions. The third level of involvement is the embedding of DNA-related thinking into an organization. At this level, the benefits of DNA are delivered directly into the bloodstream of an organization. This is achieved by bringing about an altered sense of awareness in all those staff who have been put through DNA workshops. My career so far looks a bit like this. I've spent too much time doing my job, but no more. I've even had a few moments of active disengagement. It took me a long time to achieve consistently high levels of engagement, and I had to do this without any help from others. The times when I've been totally engaged, working late because I was lost in what I was doing, and rising early to pick up where I left off, haven't corresponded to when I've been paid the most, had the best company car, the biggest office, or even when I've been having the best time with the people I've worked with. It is clear to me now that the times when I have been most engaged correspond to those when my inner-directed needs were being met. The times when I was least engaged correspond to when these were being frustrated the most. If I had only known then what I know now. And what might have been if my employers had known then what they could have known now. If you'd like to find out more about how DNA can help you and your business, please email us at dna@songpeople.co.uk.